What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 1984 tier ranking. And yeah, I'm super excited tonight, guys. And I'm wearing the glasses, but I completely forgot to begin with the with my Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator voice. I was going to do that, and I was going to say, "Come with me if you want to talk 1984 movies." Yes, but you know, it was a missed opportunity. So, but I appreciate everybody being here. 34 people here. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And yeah, this is going to be a celebration of just all things 1984 movies mostly, but also we're going to talk about some music as well. And I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about all these movies. I've got 38 movies that I'm going to talk about that I've seen in 1984. So not only am I going to cover movies that I watched this month for the first time, but I'm also going to talk about all the other movies in 1984 that I've seen, because there's so many, and there's still so many that I wanted to try to watch before this that I did not get a chance to. Movies like Ninja 3, I didn't get the opportunity to watch before this stream, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, guys, I got my glasses, I got my Cobra Kai t-shirt. I'm not going to wear these glasses the whole time because it kind of distorts my perception. But all right, let me put my regular glasses on, and I need my glasses. So appreciate everybody being here. Can you all hear me okay? Can you all hear me okay? That's what I want to know right now. I want to make sure everybody can hear me okay. I was on Brando Critic stream last night. I had some audio issues, so I'm just making sure those didn't carry over, which if you all didn't check that out, we got it fixed. So go check out the show I did with Brando Critic last night. But yeah, guys, let's get into this chat. Before I get into the chat, I do want to try to engage you guys tonight in a couple of questions and just, you know, try to get your all's 1984 movie juices flowing, as I like to say. So what are some of your all favorite like movie quotes from 1984? What are some of y'all's favorite movie quotes? There's so many of them. But yeah, drop them in the chat and I'll read them out. But we got Johnny Darko here. He says, howdy. Got Convicted Cinephile. I know he was really pushing for me to review and talk about Ninja 3, but I didn't get to it. I did get a chance to watch Streets of Fire. I did a full review for this. I dropped it yesterday, so go check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, I think of the two that it was either Streets of Fire or Ninja 3. I think I made the right choice, but I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong. Don Morton says, greetings programs. What's up, Don? How you doing, man? Jacob Fry is here. He says, I watched 2 movies from 1984 this month. They were also the only movies I was able to watch this month. Splash and The Karate Kid, 2 of my all-time favorites. Both great, man. One thing that I will say with this list is I have not done the ranking yet in my head. So this is all going to be on the spot and spontaneous. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to put in what category as far as like the tiers. I definitely have an idea for some of them. But as of what's going to be in my top 5, I know a couple that'll probably be in my top 5. But I honestly have to get into these movies and figure it out. And we're going to go through it together because it's very difficult and very daunting. Because when I'm thinking about some of these movies, I'm like, God, like these are just some of my all-time favorites. Like, how can I pick what's going to be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even all the way down to like 30? Like, there's a lot of these movies I love for different reasons. So it's going to be interesting. Convicted Cinephile says, let's just save everyone's time and announce the clear number 1 film of 1984, Ninja 3, The Domination. Yes, you were trying to get me to watch that. I will watch it. I mean, I bought it. That shop release is only like $11.99, so that's a good price for that. I think it's a Scream Factory, so Scream Factory release of that one. It's worth a blind number 1 ranking. Yeah, he wants me to put a number 1, even if I haven't watched it yet. Basement Blues. Tony's been participating in 1984. That's another thing I want to do with the stream tonight, guys, is also highlight some of the other people that have taken part in 1984 month, people that put up videos, posted on Instagram. Tony watched a ton of 1984 movies, posted on Instagram, and he just dropped his video today on his channel, which I will have linked to mine at some point before tomorrow is through. Where he goes over his top 10 movies of 1984. So go check out Tony's new video. So many people supported this month. It was crazy. You know, not so much. It felt like it took a little bit for everybody to get into it. But like the past couple of weeks, it's been nuts. Like people have been dropping videos like mad, but I appreciate the support. It's such a great year. And I think that once people realize that, like, holy crap, all these movies came out in the same year, it became a lot more interesting. Secular Monks here. Hello, guys. What's up, man? Let's see. Are you getting some rest after all your Oscars content? Oh God, the Oscars. What a shit show. What a shit show. Movie Hunter 2020 says, evening, everyone. What's up, Movie Hunter? The Oscars really slapped this year, said Secular Monk. Yeah, it did, man. Yeah, it did. It's provided a lot of very serious discussion, but also some very entertaining memes, and forms of entertainment. I'll say that. I'll say that. Convicted Cinephile says, "Oh, there will be more, just maybe not daily." All right, let's see. Silver Bullet's here. What's up, Silver Bullet? We just missed your year, man. Silver Bullet came out in 1985, but that's a great werewolf movie. I love it. What's up, Huck's Pop Culture Cafe? Huck did a 1984 video as well, so definitely check that out. But I think I already got a chance to you know, put that in the community tab. Tony's Movies and More is here. Marius Glazer is here. Sinish Steph is here. What's up, Ken? Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Michael Duckworth Jr. says, "Hey, Ken. Great music selection, Ken." It's very hard to find music that's not going to demonetize the stream. So sometimes it's not the best. I was hoping I could find better, but in a pinch, it works, I guess. It has kind of an 80s feel to it. K-Dog 2005 says, "Hello there, new here, came from Sue's Live." Well, thank you so much for being here. Thanks, Sue, for promoting the stream. I appreciate that. What's up, Mama Blu-ray? And there's Sue, says, "What's up, Ken?" What's up, Sue? What up, Mama Blu-ray? Says K-Dog. Let's see. Streets of Fire. I love that movie. 1985 movies. Now, I would honestly love to jump and just do every single month, year by year. But I feel like that would get boring for some people. So I like to change things up. The Sue crew is here and loving the 80s. The 80s is awesome. All the movies in the 80s are awesome. A lot of them. Adrian James says, "Hey there, everyone, and hello, Ken. I've jumped from Movies and Sue stream." Awesome. Thank you for being here, Adrian. Smack that like button, just like Will Smith smacked like back into Chris Rock's career. This is the way. P.S. Job on Brando Critics live stream last night. Thank you, man. Thank you, Caveman. You're a wild man. Cool shades, Ken. Thank you, Adrian. Hey, Ken, how about Class of 1999? So many great titles that year. I dove into 1999 as well. That is a great year. 1984, though, I'm telling you, I'm just endlessly fascinated by the movie because just when I feel like I've uncovered most of the movies of that year, like there's so many more that come out that I feel like I need to dip into. Like I didn't get to watch Toxic Avenger this month. I wanted to do that. Plus all the like Oscar contenders and stuff. I wanted to try to get into like Passage to India and stuff, but I didn't get a chance to. 20th and 21st century movies. Ken rocking the sunglasses and the Arnold T800 voice. Love it. 1984 was awesome for movies. I know, man. It was incredible. Thank you so much for being here, James. I appreciate it. Ken is too cool with those shades on. I know I can't be too cool in my streams, so I had to put my regular glasses back on and nerd it back up, just like they did in Revenge of the Nerds, which I'm excited to talk about that one too. What's up, Entertainment Fanatic Reviews? That's another one that just got a video up on his channel. Top 5 horror movies in 1984, which was a great year for horror. 1984 as well. Great year for everything. Ryan the Nick Collector said, "On your unboxing video, I sent you movies, 8 movie DVD, but you forgot to link my YouTube page." Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan, if I did. I didn't know you had a YouTube, so I apologize for that. I'll go back and figure out what video that was, and I will link it. I apologize, man. You sound great, says Huck. Thank you, man. They Live. They Live is 88. Isn't They Live 88? I think They Live's 88. We hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Tony. Let's see. Too cool, Kenny. Let's see. Marius, everybody saying hi to her. Steven's here. What's up, Steven? Born to Be Rad says, "Sup, bro? Looking forward to your ranking. It's going to be fun, man." And yeah, Born to Be Rad also got a ranking up on his channel, so definitely go check that out. Again, I linked most of these videos except for the most recent ones in the community tab, but I think I ranked Garrett's this morning. So go check him out. Awesome channel, Born to be Read. Definitely fitting for the 80s feel tonight. Where did you find that t-shirt? Love it. Oh, the Cobra Kai t-shirt. I feel like this is probably the most generic Cobra Kai t-shirt there is, but I've had it. I've had it for a couple of years, I think, but I think I got it at either Walmart or Kohl's. It was one of those two. Hello, Ken. Hope you're well, and hello, chat. What's up, Geriatric Geek? How you doing, man? I've been enjoying Geriatric Geek's channel, so definitely go check him out. Sound is good. Thank you. My wife is here, so sound is good. Thank you, Married with Media. And if you guys don't know, we've been a little cold with the Married with Media recently, but we will be dropping a video probably tomorrow. So we're going to be back with a video tomorrow. We filmed it today, so you can look forward to that. My Killer Podcast. What is up? Mel says, what's good, everyone? Kenny Levels, looking forward to this stream. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. The 80s was a great decade for movies, wasn't it? Yeah, man. Yeah. Quote, game over, man. Game over. Is that Huck? Now, come on, Huck. That's 1986. You know that is Aliens. That is Aliens. That is not Terminator. He didn't say that in Terminator, did he? No. You got to try again, Huck. Come on, Huck, man. You're better than that. Come on. You were working in the theater in 84. What's up, bro? Listening from work. How you doing? What's up, Madang? How you doing, man? Let's see. I bet you didn't watch Firstborn. I didn't watch Firstborn, man. But you know what? Like, I'm gonna dive into this year again. There's so much stuff in it. But I know I need to. Would you say Olive Films released that one? I need to get that release. Shall we play a game? Computer voice. Sure, why not? Streets of Fire is a great soundtrack. Oh, the soundtrack was killer. The soundtrack was definitely killer. What's up, Gus? Saying hi to everybody. Rockin' Rogers here. You Fargan Ice Hole, Johnny Dangerously. I didn't get a chance to watch that one. I wanted to watch the Ice Pirates. I wanted to watch the Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. I didn't get a chance to watch that one either. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. My wife just said, "Hey man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe." Which one is that? Which one is that, KB? I can't even think of that one. Ken is a wonderful father. I wish my dad was a nice person, and good that you bought her Sing 2. Yeah. I asked her, I was like, hey, do you want the Sing 2 box set with the guitar and stuff? I was expecting her to say no, and she was like, yeah, go get that. I was like, all right, well, any reason to go buy more physical media for the collection, but that's hers. I told her she could keep the actual Blu-ray, but I'm keeping the box. She can keep the Blu-ray and the toys, and I'm keeping the box. Hey, Ken, I sent you a package from Amazon, and it said it was delivered on March 24th. Just want to know if you got it. I actually got it today, man, and I did see your comment on the video, my last video that I did. So I have all that stuff over here. I'm probably going to wait until next week and get another haul in, and then I'm going to unbox it all in together. Let's see. Max Wolf says it would definitely have to be I'm Your Boyfriend Now, Nancy. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, man. I like it. Let's see. Mel, I got my Burbs movie yesterday. I still need to get the Burbs. I need to get that release. Favorite RoboCop quotes. I mean, I'd buy that for $1. It's pretty great. And that's fitting because I actually did buy that movie for $1 at the Dollar Tree. I found RoboCop at the Dollar Tree on Blu-ray, and I bought it for $1. So I thought that was pretty funny. Electric Dreams is such a great movie from 1984. It has a very nice soundtrack. Another one I would need to dive into. Look out for next Kenny G Levels, new groundbreaking hits. I'll be back. And his number one hit, I wear sunglasses at night when I talk movies at night. Yeah, I wear my sunglasses. All right, I have to stop for get demonetized. Hey, Ken, I'm finally catching one of your live streams live, says Will Knowles. What's up, man? I'm glad you can make it live. That's awesome. Let's see. Anthony's Horror Morse here. What's up, man? I'm going to watch it on Friday. Your clothes, give them to me now. That's a good one. I like that. Terminator. I watched a lot of Universal movies from 1984. Dune, Firestarter, 16 Candles. Nice. Let me know, my man. Thanks to you buying every 84 movies video. I discovered movies I didn't even know were out on Blu-ray, so thanks. That was kind of the point of that stream. It wasn't for me to actually buy all the movies that came out in 1984. It was kind of just to go through and shed light on all the different releases and stuff for the films in 1984. I thought that was a really enlightening stream and kind of fun. So I would love to do more stuff like that, even if it's not the theme for the month. Just do more things like that. Favorite movie from 89, the year I was born. Off the top of my head, Oh, Back to the Future Part 2. I mean, Ghostbusters 2 came out that year. Batman 1989, Pet Cemetery. I mean, I love all those. So one of those, it's hard to pick though. Our neighborhood had just been wired for cable in 1984, so a lot of my movie watching at home was 83 films, National Lampoon's Vacation, Mr. Mom, and War Games. 83 was a fantastic year too. I did have a lot of people asking me like, why did I pick 1984? It's just a movie that, like I said, I've been endlessly fascinated with. I think like 4 or 5 years ago, I started to look into it. Just all the movies that came out, I was like, I couldn't believe it. Then I just kept diving deeper and deeper. I was like, really, this came out and this came out. And plus, I was born in 85. So it's like the year right before I was born. So a lot of the things like were popular then were popular when I was born. So I kind of grew up with a lot of films that came out in 84, at least like the bigger ones. So I remember having this little gizmo doll when I was a kid, and I think somebody got it for me from the gift shop at the hospital when I was born. So they had gizmos in the gift shop at the hospital, and that was one of like my first little toy stuffed animal things. I wish I still had it. I really don't know what happened to it, but so yeah, I feel a certain attachment to 84, 85 as well, because I mean I was actually born in that year, but have the film. I didn't get around to watching it. I really did. It's like underneath my Blu-ray player out there, and I was going to try to watch it, but I just ran out of time. R.I.P. Taylor Hawkins. Yes, incredibly sad news. I'm definitely a big Foo Fighters fan, so that was pretty sad to hear, especially since they just. I don't know if he was in that recent movie, but they just did a movie. So, good evening, Ken. I hope you're having a good night. Thank you, Sean C. I appreciate it, man. Hope you're having a good night as well. Let's see. Podcast Cinephiles in the house. What is up, man? 499 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, have you not heard the sad news about Bruce Willis? Yeah, is still alive. Yeah, and I kind of got rumblings of that a couple of weeks ago. People were commenting on like my Apex reviews and stuff. And yes, Apex was a thing with me. It was a fun thing, and I like to think of it more as a fun, light poking, not really as at Bruce Willis, but just the situation as a whole, just him doing all of these like straight to home video movies. So I don't know. It's a rough situation. It's definitely sad news, and it definitely does make me not want to talk about Apex as much anymore. But the movies are still really bad. The movies are still really bad. But yeah, it's definitely sad news. I mean, Bruce Willis, I've said my stuff about him, but he's been in a lot of my favorite movies of all time: Armageddon, Die Hard, Death Becomes Her. Like, I'll stand by this. I think that's Bruce Willis' best performance in that movie. I love him in Death Becomes Her. The Sixth Sense, obviously, Unbreakable. Like, I love a lot of Bruce Willis movies. I grew up with him. Look Who's Talking, playing the baby voice. Like, that's one of his best roles, I think. So yeah, very, very sad stuff about Bruce. He's got 8 more movies coming out though on home video, so they're in the pipeline, ready to go. So yeah, but yeah, Bruce Willis, very sad news. With all jokes aside, Bruce Willis is a legend and brought me so much joy, entertainment throughout the years. Here's to him and his health. Yeah, I mean, he has to know those aren't the best movies. Those aren't the best movies. He did them to make money. That's why he made them, to make money so he could retire because of his health issues. So I mean, it's no, I don't really think it's wrong to make fun of his bad movies that he did. I don't think that's wrong. Because they are bad movies, but it does make me, I don't want to talk about his bad performance in them because I don't think that's fair. But the movies are bad. They're fair game. They're fair game, I think. Let's see. I got to block some naked wet people in the chat unless somebody's already blocked them. Let's see. But I don't know. Let me know your all's thoughts. Will you buy every single Bruce Willis movie that's coming out this year at Walmart to support Bruce Willis? I might actually do it. First time catching a live stream, says Nicholas McNamara. Well, welcome, Nicholas. I appreciate it for joining. And we're going to get to that tier ranking pretty soon. Target has legit graphic tees, Target for life. Yeah, Target. This might have actually came from Target. I'm stuck between Temple of Doom and Footloose for best movie in 1984. One of those is really good. I've got something to say about the other one. I'm not going to tell you which is which. I wish I could kiss 1984 solely because of Ghostbusters. Gosh, I love that movie. Welcome, Tim. And yeah, 1984, man, such a great year. Ghostbusters. I didn't get a chance to talk about Ghostbusters as much this month because I've been watching that movie since I was a kid, so I just wanted to focus on other stuff. But yeah, definitely an amazing movie. Once Upon a Time in America, I didn't get a chance to watch. That's another one that was after the task of having to go through the Godfather movies, and they're all like 3 hours. I didn't feel like jumping into a 4-hour movie, so I kind of let that one get away from me. Oops, I got carried away with the quotes. LO, how about we came, we saw, we kicked its ass. That's 1984. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, my friend. Good job, Huck. I was just messing with you, by the way. Max Wolf says, I'm your boyfriend now, Nate. That's a great one. That's a great one. I bet you probably haven't watched Love Streams. No, I haven't seen that one, Will. I think I remember that though from the stream I did about the movies on Blu-ray. Let's see. I was when the show Family Ties and Moonlighting, Fox and Bruce Willis show. Yeah. Hello there, Movies and Sue. Enjoyed your stream. Kim, my quote was from Beverly Hills Cop. He said that to the B team of detectives tailing him. All right, man. All right. It's been about 3 or 4 years I've seen Beverly Hills Cop, and that's not one that I grew up with. So yeah, we're gonna get to talking about that one though. I love the Karate Kid. Naked sounds like a nice wholesome channel. Yeah, definitely go subscribe. I just started watching the Evil Dead movies for the first time. Love the franchise. Great movies, all of them. But I will say that I like the remake best. Out of all of them, I do like the remake the best. I love that 2013 remake. Who Framed Roger Rabbit Steelbook's on Best Buy. Who will get it? I haven't got that one yet. I have not got it yet. Evil Dead is the best. Electric Dreams out April 12th by Shout Factory, but only digital, iTunes, Vudu. Hopefully a disc release too. Really? That's kind of weird. Willie, We Are Go. Favorite 1962 movie the year I was born. 1962. I don't know. I have to look at that. Let me look at that real quick, Steven. Because I assume you're asking me what my favorite 1962 movie is. Let me see. I'm sure I can find something. Surely I've seen something in 1962. It's not Lolita. I don't like that movie. The Stanley Kubrick film. Oh, it's definitely The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. It's definitely that. Unless there's something else in here that sticks out to me more. Yeah, that's it. I love that movie. I thought it was damn near perfect. Yeah, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. That's my favorite. Let's see. Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. Well done, Geriatric Geek. One of my favorite RoboCop quotes are, "I'd buy that for $1 and dead or alive." You're cut. Yes, that's a great one too. Willie, we are gonna die from Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. Yep. Have you ever considered sorting your collection chronologically? You seem to know your dates really well. I have considered that. A lot of people said that that wasn't a good idea. I feel like at some point, like as the collection grows, I might move towards doing that. Like my next reorganization might be that. It might be that for sure. And I might put all the steelbooks and 4Ks together in those year sections, get everything together. That would be crazy though. That would be crazy, but I'm just crazy enough to do it. Do you own All Dogs Go to Heavens? If so, what are your thoughts? I have not seen that movie since I was probably 10, but no, I don't own it. I don't own it. No more horrible Bruce Willis movies. I don't wish him any bad health, but at least we won't have to worry about an Apex 2. Man, I was counting on that. I wish he would have had the foresight to look at Apex like James Cameron looks at Avatar, and he should have made like 5 of them released over the next 5 months probably. But yeah, that would have been amazing. Are you going to dedicate a whole year to 90 films sometimes? A whole year or a whole month? Yeah, I could see myself doing a 90s year for a month. What about Hudson Hawk, Ken? Hudson Hawk is a crazy movie. It's definitely not good. That movie was written by Bruce Willis, though. I'm pretty sure it's a crazy movie. One of my more favorite Bruce Willis movies. It's a comedy, but The Whole Nine Yards is a good one that I don't really hear people bring up a lot. With him and Matthew Perry. We shall meet in the place where there is no darkness. George Orwell, 1984. Awesome. I did buy the book. It's over there. 8 more Bruce Willis movies in the pipeline. What did we as movie lovers do to deserve that? Hey man, he's got to make his money. Don't hate. Look, I was never hating on the guy. Like he's making money making these movies, but at the same time, like we can make fun of them, like they're not good movies. 12 Monkeys was his best performance. I'm not a big 12 Monkeys fan. I'm not a big 12 Monkeys fan. Bruce Willis' best movie is Hearts War, underrated movie. First time seeing you live on here as well, says Jeff Overing. Well, thank you for joining, Jeff. Footloose makes me want to dance my stress away at Steel Mill. It definitely a great soundtrack. Will you dedicate a whole year for a century? Huh? That's weird. Will I dedicate a whole year for a century? I'll do the whole 20th century in 1 year. Welcome, Jeff. Good to have another first-time viewer as well. Awesome. Thank you all for joining me here live for the first time. I do these live streams. I try to do one every week, so they're always a good time. So I definitely encourage everybody to join. I remember Bruce Willis had some hits in the 80s. Under the Boardwalk was one. Jeff says he was born in 84. Haven't missed nothing yet, Vengeance. We haven't even got into it, but we will shortly, I promise. I like to talk with you guys in the chat, kind of shoot the crap for a little bit. That's the only reason why I enjoy going live. Also remember Bruce Willis and Moonlighting. I need to see that one. Great collection at the moment, Ken. Thank you, Silver Bullet. Nightmare on Elm Street is all that matters most. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. It's a great one, man. It's a great one. I know you're a fan of Nightmare. I got my VHS tape, and this is one of the first VHS tapes I ever had in my collection. This is the one that I bought when I was probably 10 or 11. But yeah, it's a great tape. Still got it. I jammed to Bruce Willis. Hit Respect Yourself from time to time, along with Eddie Murphy's song at the song party all the time. How old am I? I am 36. So I was born in 85. I'll be 37 this year. And that's nuts to say out loud. Bruce Willis gave us Die Hard all the respect in the world for that alone. Yep, definitely. That's his, I would say, signature role. 1962, another great one. The film that started it all just by saying no for Connery or Bond, Dr. No. Yeah, I saw that on there. I'm just not a Bond guy. Do you think there'll be a time when physical media completely goes away with every company coming out with their own streaming platform? I'm personally afraid it will soon disappear. Sure. If you're talking like 40 or 50 years in the future, I could see it, unfortunately, but within the next 20 years, I think what's going to happen with physical media is it's going to be a lot more niche. But we're going to get a lot of really cool collector's editions and stuff from these boutique labels. It's just, you're not going to see it as much in the Walmarts and the Targets and the Best Buys. You're going to find it online, and you're going to find a lot of the really cool releases through these boutique labels. So that's how I kind of see the future of physical media. Harry Stamper, RoboCop went down to 28 on Best Buy. Oh, that's cool. Cool. American Siege. I'll watch it. It's a shame we didn't get one more action blockbuster from Bruce Willis. Legacy ended on shitty Walmart release. Vengeance, what are you talking about, man? One more? We got Apex. Come on, man. Come on. I'm sorry I had to. What do you think of Bruce Willis as a singer? Does he sing? I didn't know that. Whole 9 Yards is hilarious. Yeah, that was a good one. I like the sequel, too. I remember seeing them both in theaters. Since you love Apex, you should get his 2 albums, 1987. I guess I'm going to have to. I did not know he was a singer. Won't be able to watch the opening of Scream 2 in the same way again. I feel bad for Jada's boyfriend in that movie. Can't imagine what Will is going through. What are you talking about? Omar Epps? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean, Anthony. Like, that whole situation is a shit show. Like, it's just a shit show. I don't even want to get into it really anymore. Like, it's nuts. It doesn't even feel real. Like, how does something like that happen in real life? It's such like a bizarro world type thing. That's the freaking Oscars. Like, how does that happen at the Oscars? It's crazy. Lapke says hit the like button. I don't blame Bruce Willis for his movie roles. It brings him money, man. Don't hate somebody for getting some money. I will say though, it is sad because it kind of tarnishes his career a little bit. But I think that looking back on it, knowing the condition he's in, people will be a lot more forgiving, and they can look past it a little bit better now that they know what it was actually for. So I think that's one positive about it, I guess. Let's see. I'm 37 now, says Jeff. Awesome, man. We're close. Let's see. I'm trying to get through this chat with you guys so we can get started on the tier. You need to watch Bruce Willis music video, Respect Yourself, and then Eddie Murphy's music video, Party All the Time, both catchy. All right, so I had no idea. If I could, I would play those both on here right now. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. All right, let's get into the tier ranking, guys. We got 38 movies to go through. We have got 38 movies to go through. So keep chatting away, guys, about 1984. Another thing I want to know, besides quotes, but what are some of y'all's favorite moments? Some of your favorite characters in 1984 movies? Just so many that we're gonna get into when I start this, but yeah, let me know that stuff as well. Yeah, like I said, feel free to chat away. And yeah, let's see if I got this set up all good. Okay, is this good for y'all? Can y'all see this okay? All right, so these are the categories that I have. So at the top in the red is all time, which stands for all time great movie, untouchable, perfect, masterpiece for all time, all the things. Right below that is great. We'll probably find a lot of stuff in the great category. Good, then okay. Then right here is a nice music video. And then at the bottom is not good at all. And I haven't fully went through here. I don't know if there's going to be anything that end up in that category. There might, because I looking through all these again, I might be missing something. I liked all these movies. I liked them all okay. Now some of them, I don't know. But none of these I would consider to be like awful movies. So there's that. All right, so I'm going to try to go through these. It's okay, Jason. We're just getting into it, man. I appreciate you being here. Hope you enjoyed Halloween 2018. Let's see. Yeah, Bruce Willis did The Baby. That's one of my favorite like voice performances. Like he's great. He's great in that. Okay, back into the tier ranking. So I'm going to try to go through these in order of when I saw them. So I'm going to have to go back in memory and figure out which ones I feel like I saw first, and then I'm going to move through them. So the first one that I am going to bring out is I feel it's a struggle between Ghostbusters and Gremlins as to which one I saw first, but I really feel like I saw Ghostbusters first. I really did. Even though I grew up with a little gizmo, I don't feel like I actually feel like I saw Gremlins 2 before I saw Gremlins. So it's Ghostbusters. Let me find Ghostbusters in here. Where are you, Ghostbusters? Oh, here you are. All right, so Ghostbusters, like I said, it's just okay. It's all right. It's okay. We'll put it in the okay tier. No, I'm just joking. It's of course an all-time great movie. Like, how could you not put it in all time? Like, this movie is everything. It's so many genres in one, but it's unlike anything else ever in the history. It's supernatural, paranormal, science fiction, action, adventure, comedy, horror. Like, there's just like every genre in this movie. The cast works so well together. Maybe the best like ensemble of all time. It's insanely quotable. It's so good. Like I haven't got a chance to talk about it this whole month because it is like it's the elephant in the room of like 1984 movies. When you say 1984 and you look it up, the movies that came out, Ghostbusters pops up first, and you're like, "Oh my god, Ghostbusters came out the year. It's one of the greatest movies ever made." And there's a reason why that immediately just pops in your head. It's because it's arguably the best movie of the year. Is it going to wind up at my number one? I don't know. It might. But Jesus, it's just such a great movie. It's such a great movie. Bill Murray is like peak Bill Murray in that movie. He is firing on all cylinders. You got Sigourney Weaver in a comedic performance, like fresh off of her role in Alien as Ripley, like the badass Ripley. And then she comes and does this goofy ghost comedy, and then she goes back into Ripley. She's great in the movie. Rick Moranis, I love in this movie. I just love the story. And like I said, it's got some real horror elements in it, so much so that I could almost see this going into the horror category. But yeah, it's just such a great movie. Like I remember this movie scaring the shit out of me when I was a kid. Like that library scene in the beginning is freaky as hell. It's freaky as hell. And the whole dog sequence where she opens up the fridge and then she sits down, it drags her into the closet or into the other room. Yeah, just all the weirdness in the movie. It's incredible. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, the kid, the whole "Are you a god" thing. It's like there's just a reason why this movie comes up on like everybody's top 20, top 10 movies of all time list. It is one of the greatest movies ever made. There will never be anything else like Ghostbusters, and it's why, um, the new one was good. I like the new one, but you cannot recapture the Ghostbusters. You can't recapture that. That's why the remake failed with the women. You can't recapture that magic. There's just something about that cast at that specific time that just worked, and you can't do it again. It's lightning in a bottle. So Ghostbusters is all time. So I'm gonna put that on the list. And yeah, let's go into Gremlins because I feel like I saw Gremlins next. Uh, Gremlins, I love. Look, Gremlins, I love. It's not all time to me, so I'm going to put it at great. It's not all time, but I do love the movie. It's another one that has a lot of different genres in it. It's definitely horror, but it's also a Christmas movie. Like I watched it this past Christmas. It's one of the reasons why I didn't watch it this month. Yeah, I've been watching this movie since I was a kid. But if I'm being honest with you, I do kind of like Gremlins 2 more. And I've always liked Gremlins 2 more. When I was growing up, I love watching Gremlins 2, and it always felt like a little bit of a chore to go watch Gremlins. I was like, Gremlins is darker and it's just not as fun. And I didn't enjoy watching as much as Gremlins 2. So I've always liked Gremlins 2 just a little bit more. But I have warmed up more to Gremlins in recent years because it is a very Christmassy movie. So I do enjoy watching it around Christmas. And it is, I don't know if I could say it's a better movie than Gremlins 2. Gremlins 2 just its own beast. Like it's a very meta movie. It's very ahead of its time. Very cartoonish. It is like an episode of Looney Tunes, but it's so good and it's so smart. It's almost like a parody of the first Gremlins. And yeah, I love Gremlins too. So if we were doing a ranking of Gremlins films, Gremlins 2 would go above Gremlins. So, but there's no denying it's a great movie. It's a great monster movie, creature feature, great performances, and yeah, the scene with Phoebe Cates talking about her dad in the chimney, that was weird. That's a weird thing to put in your movie, but they did it, and she pulls it off because she's Phoebe Cates. And yeah, Gremlins is a movie that's been with me since I was a kid. So I love Gremlins. I put it at great, but it's not all time. All right, so let's see. Where are we going next? I'm trying to think. I did not grow up with the Karate Kid, unfortunately. I wish I did. I wish I did. But I think the next movie that I gotta talk about is Nightmare on Elm Street. If I'm not mistaken, I probably watched this movie for the first time um, when I was 10. Maybe it was very early, but God, I don't know what to do with Nightmare on Elm Street. Is Nightmare on Elm Street all time? Yeah, it is. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street's all time. Nightmare on Elm Street is all time. Um, I've owned this VHS tape since I was a kid. I can't exactly remember when the first time I watched it was, and I don't even remember if I watched it first. I feel like I watched maybe Dream Warriors first or Dream Master first. I just remember I was getting curious about horror at like the age of 10. I wanted to start watching some horror movies. And Freddy felt to me like the most accessible one to get into because he did have that goofier side to him, the more comedic side. So I feel like I entered in because I remember my sister was watching them with like her friends and stuff, and I would walk in and kind of see scenes and moments, and they might have been watching Dream Warriors or Dream Master, but I was like, what is this? And then I kind of got into it and I got into the story. Then I went back and watched the first one. And I was like, oh, the first one's a lot darker and a lot scarier. I do remember thinking that. And then the second one was just way out there to me when I was a kid. So much so that I feel like I almost always skip that one. When I watch Nightmare on Elm Street, I'll watch the first one and go straight into the third one because the third one just feels like a more natural sequel to this one. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street's all time. It's It's probably in my top 10 horror movies of all time. Um, Freddy is just incredibly scary, and the idea that you can't go to sleep or somebody's going to kill you in your dreams, like what's more primal than that? Like what could be more scary than that? Because everybody has to sleep. Everybody has to go to sleep, and yeah, just everything about the movie, like it's just so incredibly atmospheric and moody and scary. It's very dark. Like there's a lot of scenes that take place at night in the movie. When you go into the dream world, just the way it opens up isn't it's just terrifying. And all it is Freddy making his glove from his first person perspective. But then you have that music in there, which the score is phenomenal. And yeah, I've just been watching this movie since I was a kid. It's crazy, um, but I love it. So it has to be all time. It has to be all time. Nightmare on Elm Street for sure is all time. But I was trying to take my personal biased opinion out of it and really think about it. Is this movie really that good? Is it up to the Shining, Exorcist level um, of horror? And I think it is. And I think it is. And it's still scary today. And it's because of the atmosphere that it creates. And it's because it's um, such a relatable horror to be afraid of. But Lapke Visions, the super chat, man. Thank you so much, man. I wish Hulk Hogan would be in all theaters to make sure there is no one interrupting the movie for everyone else. That was a great Gremlins 2 moments. I agree. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. K-Man said Freddy Sweater in the first 1984 movie did not have stripes on his sleeves as shown in the background. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll fix that. Sure. Apologize. Okay, let's get back into it. So after that, I honestly think Silent Night, Deadly Night is next. Because again, when I was a kid, I watched a lot of horror movies. I started raiding the horror sections of the video store, and I remember specifically going through the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise. Um, Silent Night, Deadly Night to me is an okay slasher. It's an okay slasher movie. It's a fun slasher movie, but going back and rewatching it when that Scream Factory edition came out, I remember being scared of it when I was a kid, but going back and rewatching it, I was like, this really isn't that scary. It's just kind of like a silly, slasher movie, not to be taken too seriously, but it's good. I enjoy it, but yeah, it's just okay. Never Ending Story, I actually forgot about Never Ending Story, but I probably watched this one around the same time as I watched Gremlins and Ghostbusters, probably when I was like 7 or 8. So that's another one that's been with me for a while. I'll put this one in great. I think Never Ending. I could see it being in good also. I did watch it a couple of years ago. I'm going back and forth here. Let's. I can't have everything in great, can I? Oh man, look. Oh God, I cannot decide here. All right, it's good. Let me put it in good. I'm gonna put it in good. I'm gonna settle on good. I don't want to dilute the great category and have everything be greater all the time. Never Ending Story's good. It is a movie I've loved since I was a kid, but it is kind of cheesy. The Atreyu moment with the horse sinking in the quicksand is awful. Scarred me for life. Apparently, that horse really died. Look that up. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but I heard that, and that's crazy. But yeah, Neverending Story is a good fantasy movie. It's a very original movie too. But this is another case of, and I've gone back and watched the sequel since, and it's definitely not as good as the first. But it's another case of me watching the sequel all the time when I was a kid and not always wanting to go back to the original because the original was more darker. And I just didn't enjoy it as much. I thought the second one was a lot more fun, and I like the little, um, the medallion thing that they wore and how it gave him the wishes and all that. I thought that was cool. So I always like watching the second one. I've never seen the third one. So yeah, Never Ending Story is good. I'll say it's good. So after that, looking through everything, I guess we got to go Final Chapter. Friday the 13th Final Chapter. And it's not all time, but Final Chapter is a great slasher movie. So I will absolutely put Final Chapter in the great category, and it is arguably the best Friday the 13th movie. A lot of people would say it was. I have others that I like more. I like part 2 better. Um, I like Jason Goes to Hell better, which a lot of people would not have that opinion. But I do like the Final Chapter a lot, and I think it's pound for pound, it's one of the best slasher movies of all time. And one of the reasons that it's so great is that Crispin Glover dance in the middle of it. I actually reviewed this movie on the channel probably like a year and a half ago, and I did that dance in the opening, or a variation of it. Definitely wasn't the same dance, but if you guys want to see that, you can go back. Actually, bonus points if you go back and watch that video. I might link it someday. That's one thing I did forget to do with this, is I forgot to link some of my like past reviews and stuff. Because I've reviewed a lot of 84 films last year, like Children of the Corn and Dune and all that. All right. Let's see what we got next. Friday the 13th Final Chapter. Children of the Corn, I probably watched young. Look, I'm going to be a little controversial here. I don't like Children of the Corn. So that's going to be my not good at all. I don't really like the movie. I watched it on 4K, and it reminded me again why I didn't like it, because I watched it a couple years ago. I don't think it's that scary. I think it's kind of dumb. I think that Malachi is a bad villain. He's goofy. He can't be taken too seriously. It is a movie I remember watching when I was a kid, and I was terrified. And then I watched it as an adult, and it's so silly. I do think the opening is good, but after that, it goes straight in the toilet. I just don't like it. The score is great. I love the score. Love the music. Linda Hamilton's always a good time. So, she's good in it. But the overall movie, I don't like it. So this is the one I'm putting in the not good at all. I'm sure there's going to be people that disagree with that, but I don't like Children of the Corn. I really don't. I don't care if I watch it again, to be honest. All right, so there's my one not good at all. So now where are we going? Is there anything else that I watched before a few years ago? Let's see. Maybe I'll catch up with you guys in the chat if you guys are saying anything real quick. Love the Neverending Story and Return to Oz and the Dark Crystal. Did the Return to Oz come out? I don't think Return to Oz came. I think Return to Oz was 85. 1984 fashion, 2 words, parachute pants, Don Johnson and his Miami Vice suits, and music soundtrack, Oh, and members only jackets. Yeah. Pretty much, man. Outside of Ghostbusters, I haven't seen any of the other films ranked so far. Oh man, when are we going to get to some you've seen, Secular? When are we going to get there? Favorite quote in Ghostbusters: "We came, we saw, we kicked its ass." Yes, it's a great one. Gremlins not all time. Erroneous on both accounts. That's great. Actual physical contact. Can you move? I feel so funky. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Freddy Sweater in the first night. I already read that one. I love Gremlins. Favorite genre for me, horror. I love it. Let's see. Has anyone seen the 1995 movie Theodore Rex with Whoopi Goldberg? I know it looks ridiculous, but wasn't sure if it was fun ridiculous. I don't remember watching that, man. I'm sorry. Well, Ghostbusters and Neverending Story. Oh, yeah, you've seen Neverending Story. It is very mediocre. I got to put something not good at all. And I really am not a fan of that movie. I don't like it. Mel the Burbs on 4K in July. Did they announce that? Are you kidding me? Are you serious right now, Rockin'? Let me look this up. We might have to derail this because that is really cool. I am excited for Mel if that is the case. Let's see. What's going on here? The Burbs on 4K. I'm not seeing that. Is that a real thing? Because I know Scream Factory is supposed to do some announcements this week. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, let me know. Is that a real thing? Oh, April Fools. Oh, come on, man. It's not April Fools yet. You can't do that. You can't do that. I'm gonna die. Tell me it's true. No, but I did see like the announcement for like the pre-announcement. There was like rumors that they were gonna drop this week. So yeah. Joe Martinez is a fan of Children of the Corn. Fun fact, wanted to name my son Malachi, but got overwritten. Uh, well, good job, Marie, for overwriting that. I assume that's who overwrote it. Yeah, man, teach their own. Like I said, I know there's fans of it. I know there's fans of it. The score is great. Like the score kind of elevates the movie into tricking you into believing that it's actually good. It's actually good. We got your woman, Outlander. Hey, Ken, sorry I just joined late. I was doing homework. That's all right, man. I'm glad you're here. We do have 80 people in here. I appreciate everybody joining. If y'all haven't hit the like button yet, definitely hit the like button. Supergirl was 84. I didn't get a chance to watch that one. I did not watch that, man. That is another one, though. I like Children of the Corn, but I would put it as okay. Yeah, that's the thing. It probably is an okay movie to most. I'm just not a big fan of it. So I gotta put something not good at all. It's gotta be Children of the Corn. It's gotta take it. Worst April Fool joke ever. Favorite quote. Fuck yes, that is the one, Brian. That is the one. Fuck you, asshole. Isn't it overridden? Let's see. Enjoy your channel. I think this is an 80s movie. It was called Space Invaders, takes place on Halloween night. It's really good. I enjoyed it a lot when I was younger. Is that the one I just got from Kino Lorber? I think that one came out in 1990. But yeah, I'll be watching that one. Supergirl is hilarious. Is it a good hilarious or a bad hilarious? Convicted cinephile. The kid who played Isaac from Children of the Corn also played the voice of the good guy doll in Child's Play. Really? Now, who was Isaac? Was Isaac the kid with the short one with the hat? And then Malachi. They're all bad. All the kids are bad in that movie. There's no good actor in that movie. I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Maybe it's irrational, but I'm not a fan. Okay. So Children of the Corn. Amadeus, I remember watching in school as a kid, but I did not appreciate it until I got a little bit older, and I watched it a few years ago and really loved it. So Amadeus, to me, this is hard. It is the best picture winner of that year, and Amadeus won. We just got off the Academy Awards, but Amadeus won 8 Academy Awards in 1985 for 1984. I just don't know if I can do Amadeus at all time. I just don't know if it has that staying power. But fuck it. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Amadeus is great. I'll put it at all time. It is the best picture winner, and it is one of those movies that you go into and you're like, oh God, I remember watching this in school. It's 3 hours. This is going to be boring. But this movie has such an energy to it and such a great pace. And the performances are just so entertaining. The guy who plays Salieri is great. Like the guy that plays Mozart just has such a strange but charismatic presence to him. It is a great movie, and it's not overhyped at all. And it absolutely, in a year of complete bangers, but most of the bangers are not like the Oscar caliber movies, but a year just complete and total bangers. This is the one that came out on top, and I actually do think it deserved it. I do think it deserved it. It is a masterpiece. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. So I will put Amadeus in all time. Screw it. Let's do it. Amadeus is great. If you think it's just like a boring like music biopic movie about a composer in the 1700s, it's really not. Like it's just directed with such a great style and energy. Like Milos Forman did this one. He also did Man on the Moon and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. So great director, and it's a great movie. Definitely see it. All right, so we got Amadeus out of the way. What do we get into next? I'm trying to see. I guess I saw Temple of Doom when I was a teenager, but I didn't really appreciate it until I watched it last year when I got the 4Ks. But I will put Temple of Doom. It's not all time for me. I know it's Indiana Jones, but it's not all time. It is my favorite Indiana Jones movie, though. I will say that I love it, but it's not all time. It's just great. It's just great. It's a great movie. It's very dark. It is the movie that inspired the PG-13 rating because it was PG and he was ripping hearts out and stuff. So it's a weird movie. It's definitely the black sheep of the franchise, but I really found it entertaining. And I don't care what anybody says. I am a Willie supporter fan for life. I love Willie in the movie. I love that character. And yeah, you can come at me, but she might be annoying for some, but I loved her. I loved her in the movie. So yeah, Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. I know some people, probably a lot of people put it at all time. I put it at great. It's a great, fun adventure movie. All right, so let's I think it's time. I think it's time. No, we'll hold off on that. We'll hold off on that for a minute. Let's do Beverly Hills Cop because I might have a controversial opinion. I just think Beverly Hills Cop is okay from what I remember. Fun fact for anybody that doesn't know, but Beverly Hills Cop was the highest grossing film of 1984. It beat Ghostbusters by $5 million, which just goes to show you the power of Eddie Murphy in the 80s. Like he was the it guy, like this little buddy cop film. The buddy cop genre was still fresh. Like it was still new. But Eddie Murphy was in it. So everybody went to go see it. And it was the highest grossing film of that year. It blew my mind when I saw that. I did not expect it to be the highest grosser, but yeah, Beverly Hills Cop. That's crazy. I do want to rewatch this. I am going to buy the 4K and I'm going to rewatch it. Maybe I was expecting something different. I don't know what it was. I didn't find it that funny. I didn't think Eddie was particularly that good in it. I actually liked him a lot better in 48 Hours. I like that movie a lot more. Trading Places, I really liked him in that. He's great in that. Coming to America is obviously great in that because I've watched a lot of the Eddie Murphy comedies, the 80s ones in recent years because I'd only really known him from the 90s stuff, Nutty Professor and Dr. Dolittle and all that. So, but of all the ones I watched, this is the one that I just didn't like as much. I just didn't think it was that good. I didn't think it lived up to the hype for me. And again, I know a lot of people love this movie and I want to give it another shot. I really do. Try it again and maybe it hits me differently. I didn't think Judge Reinhold was particularly that good. And he's kind of like the buddy cop to Eddie Murphy. It does have Jonathan Banks in it, which is Mike from Breaking Bad. So that was cool. But he was also in 48 Hours as well. But yeah, again, I know I'm probably going to take some heat for that, but Beverly Hills Cop is just okay to me. It's just okay. Let's see. Where are we going next? I'm going to talk about where's it at? I'm going to talk about Starman. This is an underrated John Carpenter movie. It's one not a lot of people talk about. I will put it in the good. I don't think it's great, but it is an interesting movie. It's kind of like a romance science fiction film. Alien comes down to Earth. They're looking for him. The government's looking for him. He's with Karen Allen. They fall in love. Some interesting ideas and themes in this movie and some really good performances. Jeff Bridges, it's unlike any other Jeff Bridges performance you'll ever see. Like he's very one note and stoic because he is that alien character that doesn't really know how to act. He is the fish out of water. So he doesn't act like a regular human or regular character. He acts alien, which he does so perfectly. That's what he is. He's an alien. It wouldn't make sense for him to come down and act like Jeff Bridges. So in that respect, like it's a really great performance. And I think Karen Allen's really good in it. I think they have good chemistry and it's a nice like romance movie. It's a really different type of film for John Carpenter. It's very different pace. Like it's not the fastest movie, but it's a different kind of movie for John Carpenter. I think it's really good. A little underrated. I think more people need to check it out. It has a cool Scream Factory release, so you can buy that. And yeah, I like Starman. It's a good movie. It's a good movie, so I'll put it in the good category. Let's see, Repo Man. We can talk about Repo Man. This is a wild movie. It's a wild movie. I'll struggling with this one. To me, like this is between good and okay. I guess I'll put it in okay. I bought the Criterion release of this because it is one of the raddest, sickest artwork for any Criterion release I've ever seen. Like if you haven't seen that Criterion release, it's insane. The movie itself was, I was expecting, like I heard crazy things about it. It's definitely crazy and out there. But I found myself a little bored with it. A little bored. But yeah, it's strange. It's okay. It's okay. Emilio Estevez is, Emilio Estevez. So let's see. Repo Man. What are we going to talk about next? Romancing the Stone. Romancing the Stone is good. It's a fun adventure, romance, action film. It's not Robert Zemeckis' first film. A lot of people corrected me on that when I talked about it in my 1984 Blu-rays video. But it is not Robert Zemeckis' first film. It is his probably third, I think. I think he did Used Cars and I Want to Hold Your Hand before this. So I think it's his third feature film. But it's definitely like the movie that really elevated him and popped him as a director and got him noticed. And it was because of this movie almost directly that he was looked at for Back to the Future, which really made his career take off. And I've talked about him all the time, but Robert Zemeckis to me is just maybe the most underrated director of all time. A lot of people know who he is, obviously, but he doesn't get that praise that like a Steven Spielberg does. And I think that he's just about at the same level. He's not quite there, but he has made some incredible films and he is just about where Steven Spielberg is as far as like quality and quantity of films. But he gets nowhere near the recognition. And I think he deserves it. Back to the Future, Castaway, Forrest Gump, Contact, which is one of the most underrated science fiction films of all time. And yeah, Robert Zemeckis is the man. And this is his first big movie. So Romancing the Stone is a good movie. Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas are really fun and charming together in the film. So I'll put it in the good. All right. So what are we going to get into next? Trying to think of what I want to talk about next. Oh God, we got it. All right. You guys ready? Are you guys ready? Do I need to report some porn comments? Hold on a second. Let me do this. Boom. Somebody might already done it. All right. So Mike from Breaking Bad was also in Gremlins. Was he? He was. He was in the. I noticed that the last time I watched it, he was in the police office. He played a cop a lot, didn't he? All right. So, all right, guys, are you ready to take this stream to 11? Here we go. This is Spinal Tap. Is not okay. Look, this is Spinal Tap is great. This is Spinal Tap is great. This is a mockumentary, which if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like a documentary, but it's a spoof documentary. So this one is centered around or makes fun of like 80s hair bands. And it's absolutely hilarious. It hits the nail on the head in like every respect. It just perfectly roasts like every aspect of that lifestyle. It is hilarious. It is a movie I do want to revisit because I haven't seen it in about 4 years. But this one is directed by Rob Reiner, another great director. I feel like Rob Reiner, though, is appropriately credited for his work, but he did a lot of great movies. This is one of his first great ones. So this is Spinal Tap is hilarious. I love that one. Definitely check that one out if you haven't. Let's knock 16 Candles out of the way real quick. I am not going to put 16 Candles in not good at all. It's an okay John Hughes movie. I will put it at the okay mark. It is not great. It is not all time like some of his movies, but I will put 16 Candles in the okay category. I had good enough time with it to do that. Red Dawn. Let's do Red Dawn. Red Dawn is okay. All right, I'll put Red Dawn at okay. I enjoyed watching it. It's a fun 80s movie. It's a really cool premise. And but I don't think that they fulfill the idea as good as they could have. But it's got Patrick Swayze. Doesn't it have Leah Thompson in it also? It's been a little bit since I've seen this one, but I remember it being okay. So that's where I'll put Red Dawn. Firestarter. Let's talk about Firestarter. Firestarter is good. This is a good movie. I enjoy it. I think Drew Barrymore is phenomenal in this movie. She was great in E.T., one of my all-time favorite films, but she definitely took it to the next level performance-wise in this one because she is pretty much the central character of this film. Like, she's in the entire thing, and she does a great job pulling off a ton of different types of range. Really emotional in some parts. The anger, the rage, she just perfectly displays that. And yeah, I think Firestarter is really good. It is almost I think Stranger Things has some explaining to do with the character of Eleven because it definitely inspired that almost almost to a T. The character 11 is inspired by Drew Barrymore in Firestarter. But yeah, Firestarter is awesome. Like the ending, like the last 20 minutes of that movie are freaking crazy. It's like the last 20 minutes of Carrie. And I would compare it to that. But yeah, Firestarter is awesome. So I would recommend that. And that is a good movie. Good movie from 1984. Let's talk about Top Secret. I think Top Secret's great. I think Top Secret's great. I'm putting it in the great category. It is definitely very underrated. When people talk about spoof comedies from the 80s, because I just watched this one for the first time 3 years ago, I had never heard of it before. Never heard of it, but I've always heard of Airplane. I've always heard of the Naked Gun movies. I watched those growing up, loved them. I never heard of Top Secret. So I went into this one and I was like, a lot of people recommended it. Has Val Kilmer in it. And it was hilarious. Like I was laughing from the beginning to end. All the comedy just totally holds up. Val Kilmer is great in this film. Yeah, Val Kilmer has such range, but yeah, it is a very early Val Kilmer role. And yeah, I feel like I've been talking about Val Kilmer and how he's great in like everything that he's in because I talked about Tombstone. I didn't love Tombstone, but I loved him in it. And yeah, he's super funny in this, and it's a great movie. A lot of great fun gags, and I definitely put it in the great category, and I'm really looking forward to it coming out on Blu-ray. All right, let me get back into the chat, see what you guys are saying. See if you guys have anything to say about any hot takes that were had here tonight. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Beverly Hills Cop. I knew I was getting somebody. Beverly Hills Cop is just okay. You are dead to me, Ken, says J. Michael, 78. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. What have you been doing in the bathroom for 3 hours, Ernie? Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. I love Sister Act 2. I love that one. That's the one with Faith Hill, right? Indiana Jones 3 is my favorite. 2 is my third favorite. That's fair. Yeah, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is awesome. Temple of Doom is my favorite of the 3. Yes, I don't acknowledge the fourth one. Fourth one's okay. It's okay. Come on. It's all right. What 84 a Stallone free year? I think it was, Lapke. I think it was. I don't think he had anything in 84. He was getting ready for probably in the process of filming Rambo 2 and Rocky 4 because both of those movies came out in 85, I believe. Same year. So that's pretty crazy. Somebody talking about the Will Smith thing again. I'm in bed at the moment, but I'm still watching the stream. Well, thank you for being here, Adrian. Eddie Murphy was the 80s. Saw it in the theaters. Golden Child was better. I need to watch that one. I got that Paramount Presents title. I haven't watched it yet. I watched Beverly Hills Cop for the first time last month. Thought it was okay too. Okay, so I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Oh wait, Rhinestone. What Stallone was up to? What's Rhinestone? Is that a movie? The only saving grace to Rhinestone was Dolly Parton, but even she. So he was in that one with Dolly Parton. No, I haven't seen it. Have a good time with Rhinestone. Reported porn comments. Karate Kid been covered? Not yet. I was saving it, Johnny. I'm saving it. Stallone cracks towards Dolly's ex-boyfriend, and Rhinestone was. Drunkenstein is the best. What's Drunkenstein? I didn't get a chance to watch Breaking. I don't know why I didn't watch it. I got both of them. They both came out in '84 apparently, but I got them both from the Dollar Tree last year. I should have watched those. Meatballs 2, 16 Candles would not be made today. Yeah, there's a lot of people complain about Revenge of the Nerds. Like, I found 16 Candles to be worse in as far as like things that you couldn't make today or just offensive material. I found 16 Candles to be worse. Some of the things it did. You don't do heavy metal and Doobie, you know. Rewatch Red Dawn. I didn't remember so much crying in that movie. LOL, fun rewatch. I don't remember that either. Firestarter remake. I know. I'm excited. I'm excited, Johnny. Well, who are your favorite bands? Rock and Roger, Little Weapon, Firestarter. I disagree with your ranking on 16 Candles, Ken. I would rank it higher than just okay. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people love that movie. Like I know Tim, if Tim's still in here, he did a ranking, and I think he put it at like number 4, 3 or 4. So a lot of people, that movie hits them differently. Me, when it comes to John Hughes, I love Breakfast Club and Weird Science. Like those would be all time for me. Like I love both of them. And I just watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for the first time, and I love that movie. Ferris Bueller is a great one as well. So yeah, all those movies are a lot better than 16 Candles. Top Secret is great, Joe. Yes. Great crack Top Secret. Red Dawn, realize when it was released, we were still in a Cold War against Russia. Olympics were boycotted. Just a scary time. I know, and we're kind of inching our way back to that, aren't we? Top Secret would not be made today. Really? I didn't feel like there was too much bad in that one. But you're right. It's a good comedy, so of course it wouldn't be made today. They don't release good comedies anymore. Drunkenstein is a song Stallone sings in Rhinestone, and it's epic. I need to watch this Rhinestone, apparently. Waiting to forward Dune falls. I've got some thoughts on Dune. We can get into Dune right now. Let's talk Dune. Do I got any other ground to cover here? All right, let's talk Dune since you brought it up. So Dune's just okay. Dune's just okay. Yeah, what a strange movie. I didn't really like the new Dune all that much either, if I'm being honest, but I would acknowledge that the new Dune is a better film than the David Lynch Dune. But I do think the David Lynch Dune is more interesting to watch, I guess. So yeah, Dune is a story. Like I remember reading the book. I just don't know if it's all that interesting to adapt in the movie form. I just don't find it all that. I just don't find the characters all that interesting. I don't find the story all that interesting. I don't really find the world all that interesting. And I've seen both versions, and that's kind of what I've concluded. The book was pretty good from what I remember. So maybe it should just stay there. So yeah, Dune's just okay. But that transfer on that Arrow video is out of this world good. So if you're a fan of the movie, definitely get that Arrow 4K that they did last year. So yeah, Dune's okay. It's weird. It's weird. It's one of those movies you're watching it and you get to certain sequences. You're like, I can't believe they allowed this to get made and be put out in the theaters. But yeah. All right. So we'll go ahead and talk about another big one here. And it just got a Vinegar Syndrome release. That's Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, you thought I was going to bring up something else, didn't you? Cloak and Dagger is just okay to me. It's just okay to me. I watched that one. It's got Henry Thomas in it. And yeah, this was a weird movie because he was like, I thought the spy guy was like his imaginary friend, and then he turned out to be real. So I was like, what is going on? I had trouble figuring out what was going on. And as far as like a kids movie, which I would think it was a kids movie. I don't know if Vinegar Syndrome was releasing it, so maybe I was watching it in the wrong way. But I can see watching this when you're a kid and having fond memories of it. But since I just watched it for the first time on Peacock last year, I thought it was just okay. Henry Thomas is good in it though. But Cloak and Dagger just got a Vinegar Syndrome announcement with some cool artwork. So I might actually pick it up. I don't know. I think it's a 4K too. All right, so let's talk about Karate Kid. Karate Kid, guys, there shouldn't be any surprise. It's going in all time. Karate Kid. I unfortunately, like I said, I did not grow up with this movie. I watched it for the first time, I think 3 or 4 years ago. I think it was around the time the 4K came out. And I was just blown away. I was expecting it to be good because everybody talks about it, but I was like, it's gonna be like a cheesy, inspirational like sports movie. And it is kind of that, but there's also a lot more to it. And I just love the character. I love the journey of Daniel's son. I love Johnny, the villain of the film. I think he's really well fleshed out. I love Elizabeth Shue in the film. I love their chemistry together, hers and Daniel's. And yeah, I really need to watch Cobra Kai. I really do. For some reason, I feel like I have to watch the third one before I watch it. So I need to watch the third Karate Kid. I wasn't a huge fan of the second one, if I'm being honest. And I've heard the third one's worse. So I've been kind of holding off on it. But that first one's a classic. When you get to the end and he's like running the gauntlet and he's going through the tournament and that song is playing, that Giancarlo Esposito, "You're the Best Around," it gets me so pumped. Like I'm literally like standing up and I'm cheering when I watch the movie. It's so good. I've watched it like 4 or 5 times since I watched it for the first time a few years ago. So it is one that's definitely grown on me even more so since the first time I watched it. The soundtrack is great. I just love the performances. I love the character arc. I think it's a really strong story. Really, really great movie. Just a really great 80s movie. You had that 80s feel in it, but also the story is timeless and it just holds up so well. And directed by the same guy as Rocky. Like I should have known. Like Rocky's an all-time great as well. John G. Avildsen, I believe is his name. So Karate Kid. Y'all don't have to worry. I'm not going to say anything controversial about it. It is all-time great. So let's knock another all-time great out, guys. Terminator. Jesus Christ, this movie is so good. This is so good. So I rewatched this one for this month specifically because this is one I did not grow up with. I watched all the other Terminator movies. I watched this for the first time a few years ago, and I remember liking it, but also still being a little put off because it wasn't like the other Terminator movies. And it is very different, and it's not full-fledged action. It's more horror. And Arnold's the villain, and it just feels like a different movie. But watching it this time, that's what I loved about it. And it is a very horror-filled movie. Like, Arnold Schwarzenegger is absolutely a horror icon in this film. He is a horror icon. He rivals Freddy in this year. He rivals Jason as like the slasher villain of 1984. Arnold is so good in this movie. He is so incredibly scary. He is big. He is mean. He is beefy. Like he's definitely trimmed down for Terminator 2. Like you can tell, he's a monster in this movie, and you get scared when he comes in there and goes after Linda Hamilton. And he does not give a shit. He attacks everybody from every angle. I talked about this movie extensively in a review. I reviewed it for like 20 minutes. I broke everything down, like all my thoughts on it. So go check that out if y'all haven't already. But I love this movie now. I love it. Terminator 2 is in my top 10 movies of all time. It is in my top 10 movies of all time, and I struggle with if this movie could knock it out. Could knock it out of place. Like I might like this movie better. Sometimes I think I do, But then I'm kind of like, I don't know, it's Terminator 2. Like, can I really knock that out just because I've seen this one twice and I love it? I don't know. It is the to me, like it's the true Terminator movie. Like he is the Terminator in this film. Like he's the Terminator. Like he wipes out an entire police station in this movie. It's incredible. In the sequel, it's a great movie and I love it, but he's not the Terminator in the same way. He's going after the T-1000 and they're fighting over John Connor. They're trying to protect him. He's trying to kill him. He's trying to protect him. Um, it's not like the first one. The first one is the definition of the Terminator. Like the title suits the movie. Um, so yeah, I love the Terminator. It's crazy. I don't know. I can see a world where it comes out ahead of T2 one day. It is that good. All time. All time. Um, okay, let's trying to see. I'm trying to knock all the ones I saw out recently, or not recently, but in the past before I get to the more recent watches. Purple Rain. I created a category just for Purple Rain, and it's a nice music video. Actually, there's another one that's going to fit into this one. I'll go ahead and put it in there now because I watched it last night. Footloose is going in a nice music video as well. I love the music in Purple Rain. Prince is one of my all-time favorite artists. From what I remember, I want to watch it again so I can appreciate it for maybe some different aspects. But Prince is not the strongest actor. He's definitely a better singer than an actor. There's some real weighty, dramatic material in this movie, in Purple Rain. And I know it's a very personal story. It's very personal to him. So I get it. He wanted to play it. He wanted to play the part himself. But I almost feel like maybe they should have actually got an actor to play the part. Maybe he could have pulled it off a little bit better. I just don't think that Prince has that has the acting chops to pull off some of the material he was required to do in that movie. So some of the scenes in the movie just played a little off to me. But the music is fantastic. The movie won a couple of Oscars in '84. It won for best overall like score, I think, and then it won for best song, original song, which of course was Purple Rain. So yeah, I love Prince though. I love the music. And Footloose, again, nice music video. I did not really enjoy this movie all that much. I like John Lithgow in the movie. I like Kevin Bacon. It just, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it all that much. I guess what I'm saying. It's hard for me to figure out why. I didn't like the girl in it. She was such a shitty character. Just a shitty person. It was just a weird movie. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't like Footloose all that much, but the music was great. I'm not gonna lie. When it got to the end and they started playing Footloose and they were dancing, like I was marking out for that. I'll say that. So, Footloose and Purple Rain, I made a category for them. They're not so bad that they're in the not good at all, but they're a nice music video. So I'll say that. Blood Simple. Let me talk about Blood Simple. Blood Simple, I love Blood Simple. It's a great Coen Brothers movie. It honestly might be in my top 3 Coen Brothers films. I cannot get it to all time, but it is a great movie. Blood Simple is great. It is the Coen Brothers' first film together. If you guys have not seen it, if you're looking for those, No Country for Old Men, more recently, Miller's Crossing that just got released from the Criterion Collection. Fargo, even though Fargo kind of goes into more of the goofier side of the more comedic range of the Coen Brothers. So I would say No Country for Old Men, Miller's Crossing, Blood Simple. If you're looking for more of that, then check out Blood Simple. It's an incredible story. It's an incredibly dramatic film. It's very simple, but it's very effective. And it's got Frances McDormand in it, who's won the Oscar like 5 times now or something. So she's great in the movie. It's got the guy, and I can never remember his name. Somebody call out in the chat, but the dad from Night of the Roxbury. He was in the Addams Family. He was in Clueless. He kind of played the dad in like every movie in the 90s. Somebody let me know his name, but he's in it and he's fantastic. Love him in this movie. I think Emmett Walsh also is his name, but he's in the movie. He's great too. Whole cast is excellent. Story's great. It's a great movie. Blood Simple. It's from the Criterion Collection. Go check it out. But also, I think it's on HBO Max too if you just want to watch it. But yeah, I love Blood Simple. Paris, Texas is. This might be controversial if you've all checked it out, but I thought this was just okay. I honestly didn't get what the fuss was about. A lot of people said this movie was like one of the greatest movies of all time. It's got Harry Dean Stanton in it. He gives a really good performance, I will say that. But I couldn't connect to any of the characters and the relationships. And there's supposed to be these big emotional moments at the end, and they did not resonate with me at all. So I can't say I was a big fan of Paris, Texas. So that's going in the okay. Great cinematography. Like I said, Harry Dean Stanton's good in the movie. I get if you like it. It's visually a really great movie, but wasn't for me. Savage Streets. Savage Streets. I can't get you to Savage Street or to greatness, Savage Streets, but you are a really fun 80s revenge thriller, and that can get you in good. So I love Linda Blair. I love The Exorcist, but I need to check out more of Linda Blair's older filmography, I guess, from the 80s. So yeah. I got kind of a thing for Linda Blair. But Savage Streets was really fun. It's a Code Red release that came out at the beginning of last year. And yeah, just a really fun revenge thriller. It does have a very hard to watch scene in the beginning. That might not be for some people, so I do want to give that warning. It might be kind of triggering, but if you can get past that, it's a really fun movie. Really, really captures that 80s vibe and aesthetic, and great Linda Blair performance. She is nasty in this movie. Like, she is mean. She's out for revenge. Culminates in an epic finale, and yeah, I really like that one. So putting that in the good category. So we got about, what do we got? 9 more films to go. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Prince for sure. Purple Rain versus Cool as Ice. Who was the better? I haven't seen Cool as Ice yet, Brian. Boy, you best be putting that in all time. You know it, man. You know it. I know you love Savage Streets too, but I couldn't get that one up there. My bad. I guess I've been lying through my teeth all stream, and I'm very embarrassed. It's called Drinkenstein, not Drunkenstein. Sorry for the incorrect information. You're all right, man. Purple Rain, never been a fan. Yeah, I get it. Hot take. 16 Candles is better than Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller is overrated. I like Ferris Bueller, but I kind of get your point, Latulo, because when I watched Ferris Bueller, I was like, this is good, but it's not that good. You know what I mean? But I did like it. You're too kind on Dune. Both Dunes, just I. Well, I did put Dune in okay. Or didn't I? It's fun. It's all right. It's all right. Dune isn't good at all. The Lynch Dune was awful. So you would put it in not good at all. I get it. Breakfast Club and Weird Science are my favorite human movie too. Yeah, both came out the same year, the year I was born. I'll be honest with you. I know Breakfast Club is like the popular choice for favorite John Hughes movies, and it probably is technically the best movie that he's ever done. Weird Science is hands down my favorite, and it's not even close. Weird Science is probably like my top 30 movies of all time. Let's see. What's up, Dell on Movies? How you doing, man? Great coming of age film, Karate Kid. It is. It's that as well. It's a lot of things. I love Karate Kid. Love it. Just seeing my lights flicker. So if I disconnect, I'm sorry. The third Karate Kid is actually my favorite. Really? Now that has got to be a hot take. I have not seen it, but that's got to be a hot take. Speaking of Eddie Murphy box office, we need to talk Best Defense, where Eddie was on the movie poster driving the tank. Only appeared in the first 3 to 5 minutes with Dudley Moore record opening weekend. Awesome. Awesome. Johnny is by far the best part of Cobra Kai. I need to watch it. I really need to watch it. Yeah, I need to watch it. I have seen The Next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank. I have seen that. I wish they would have put that in the box set. I really do. I was just made aware of Rob Lowe, Keanu Reeves hockey movie from the mid 80s called Youngblood that really looks cool. I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard of that either. Hot take, Terminator's better than T2. I can see it, man. I can see it. It is actually the Terminator. Like, he is the Terminator in that movie. It's great. My first time watching as a kid, all rentals, One Weekend Karate Kid, along with Predator, Another Weekend Terminator, along with Alien, blew me away. That's crazy, man. He made a great decision choosing to play that role. I know he was considered to play Kyle. Yeah. Apparently he read for Kyle and then he looked at the Terminator role and was like, no, I want to play that. I want to play the Terminator. And you know, he got it. He got it. So he knew what he was doing. Arnold is smart. You don't get to be that famous without being a little business savvy. I've seen Terminator Dark Fate. It's okay. I didn't hate it. Heard Prince makes great pancakes. He might. Once Upon a Time in America was so boring. I've heard that. That's why I wasn't excited to jump into it after Godfather. Oh, that's awesome, man. You got to work with Michael Biehn on Take Me Home Tonight? That's awesome. I didn't know you worked on movies. Talk about his production, his wife. Yeah, and man, that sucks what happened to him because I know he went through some troubles in the 80s and he didn't get to be in Aliens, right? So that sucks. Stay Hungry Arnold movie. I have not. Prince has been dead for 6 years now. Very sad. Very sad. A fun Linda Blair movie is Roller Boogie 1979. I need to get it. I need to get everything Linda Blair. I really like Linda Blair. I'm going to be honest. Footloose was a breakout role for Chris Penn. I know. I was shocked to see him in there. I was like, is that Chris Penn? Yeah. He was good in it. I liked him in it. He was a fun sidekick to Kevin Bacon. Just getting here. Why is Paris not top tier? I'm sorry, Chris. I explained it. I just wasn't the biggest fan of it. That's all I can tell you. I just wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I did explain myself a little bit. What would be the theme for April? I don't know if I'm going to reveal that on this stream. I might wait until Friday to reveal that because Friday is April 1st. I love the John Hughes movie Curly Sue, but I don't ever hear anyone talk. That is one I've watched since I was a kid, man. Yeah, I do like. I need to rewatch that. I do remember watching that a lot when I was a kid. So I liked it. It's kind of a sad movie though, if I remember right. Dune should be in the just bad. Karate Kid had the best villain. Yeah, I love Johnny, man. Take Me Home Tonight. It's a good one. I got it on Blu-ray. I think I got that from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I like that with Topher Grace. T1000 special effects look so much cooler than the T2000 CGI effects. I agree, man. Practical over CGI always. Breakfast Club still one of my all-time favorites. I still remember seeing that a couple times at cinema as a teen, so it really affected me. It is a very effective movie. Like, I love it. It is one of my favorites. Roller Boogie's awesome. I need to watch that. R.I.P. Chris Penn. I agree. Born to be Rad. We filmed in 2007. It was shelved until 2011. That's crazy. Kind of wish, or Take Me Home. Kind of wish I saw Borleo on this list. I mean, it's Bo Derek. Sorry. I didn't get a chance to get around to it, man. 1984 month part 2, right? Chris Penn and Best of the Best 2. Linda Blair was in Night Patrol. I need to check that out too. Dune is horrible, says Delon Movies. It's okay to me. I thought it was okay. All right, let's finish this out. So a lot of these are the ones that I watched recently. Let me talk about the hit real quick. This is maybe I finished a couple nights ago. So this was okay. This has Tim Roth in it. Tim Roth is probably the best thing about it, but it's a fun little simple movie about them escorting a prisoner to a location to be executed. It's got some fun performances. It's okay. It's a British film from 1984, and yeah, I can't say I loved it. Can't say it was good, but it was okay. So I'll put the hit on there. The Natural, I would say, is just okay. It's it's an okay sports movie. I thought the opening to it was really weird and awkward, so I couldn't totally get behind that. Which if you haven't seen it, yeah, it just opens with him getting shot by some mysterious like silver bullet killer. Like it's just weird. Um, but yeah, Robert Redford's good in it. It's got a good cast, Glenn Close and Kim Basinger. Um, Grandview USA is okay. Can't get it to good, but it's okay. Fun cast: Patrick Swayze, Jamie Lee Curtis. I talked about it in a video. Um, Chud. Am I gonna run out of room in okay? Okay, no, it gives me another spot. Awesome. I didn't know that. I haven't gone this far with the tiers yet. Chud is okay. I liked Chud. I didn't think it was good though. Um, it kind of opens up a little bit at the end with the monsters coming out of the sewer and everything, but it kind of plays more like a mystery, and they're kind of scared to show the monster, which I get it. You know, the whole Jaws thing, don't show the monster till the end, but they do show the monster like right in the middle, and then they just don't show it again for a while. So they give away what it looks like, but then they decide not to show it again. And then it kind of breaks down at the end and they come out and there's some effective sequences, but the most entertaining part about that movie to me is seeing Daniel Stern and the dad from Home Alone in like early roles. Also the mom from Homeward Bound's in the movie. So that's probably the most interesting part to me. But the creature design was really cool. I will say that. But yeah, Chud's okay. Chud is okay. Night of the Comets. I will put Night of the Comet at good. I like Night of the Comets. I do think it's some really fun performances by I can't remember both the actresses' name, but the two actresses that were in the leads are really fun in the movie, and it's a good post-apocalyptic film. It wasn't exactly what I expected. I expected more like zombie type action in it. And it's really not that. So, but that's okay. Night of the Comet's fun. I'll put it in the good category. Um, let's talk about Splash. Splash is going in great. I love Splash. And I did not think I was going to like it as much as I did. But when I got done watching, I was like, man, that's just a really charming little story and movie. And Tom Hanks is in it. And he's always great in everything. It's no different here. I didn't know John Candy was in the movie until I started watching it. So that was an awesome surprise. And just seeing him and Tom Hanks interact and their brothers in the movie. Daryl Hannah is super fun in the film. Kind of playing the fish out of water role. Like I would say that, like Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman, like probably took inspiration from that performance. Kind of playing a similar type performance in the first Wonder Woman movie. But I thought Splash was super, super entertaining and charming and fun. And I really loved it. So it needs a Blu-ray. Like that's a crime why that movie does not have a Blu-ray. So Splash is great. I love Splash. Um, Last Starfighter is good. I enjoyed The Last Starfighter. Didn't think it was great, but I enjoyed it. It's for the time, the effects don't necessarily hold up, but for the time, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I like the guy in it. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I know him from Halloween 2 because I've been watching Halloween 2 my whole life. But he's really good in the lead role. I liked him in the movie as kind of like a Luke Skywalker type knockoff, if you want to call him that. But really cool setup with the arcade and them using the arcades to kind of scout for people to come fight in their intergalactic war. Like that was fun. It was a fun idea. So I like The Last Starfighter. I'll put it in good. Streets of Fire, I also think Streets of Fire Streets of Fire might go good in nice music video. But I liked it more than that. So I will put Streets of Fire in good. I enjoyed the movie. Really cool aesthetic, great music, really fun performance by Willem Dafoe, like fun villainous performance. He absolutely nailed it. Like I loved watching him because I haven't seen a lot of Willem Dafoe's earlier work. So this is a cool movie. I could see returning to this one and having fun with it. So I like Streets of Fire. Reviewed it yesterday. So if you want more of my in-depth thoughts, you can go back and check that out. Let's see. Revenge of the Nerds. Revenge of the Nerds is good. I thought it was fun. It's I used to love Van Wilder. Um, so it kind of reminded me of that. Just a fun, raunchy college campus movie. I get it. Some people say some of the scenes in there don't particularly age the best. Um, Probably the scene in the haunted house and the one where they put cameras in the girls' dorm rooms. Um, but I guess kind of how I justify it is those girls are kind of like the villains of the movie in a way. Not the only villains, like the jock guys are also villains, but they're kind of villainous. They're definitely not the good girls. Like they have those in the movie as well. So it's not like they did that to them. They did that to the girls that were not nice. So I can justify it in that sense and say that they, kind of deserved it. They kind of deserve what was coming to them. So, but I get it if you don't think it ages the best. I get it. Let's see. Dreamscape. I thought Dreamscape was really good. I like Dreamscape, so I'm gonna put that in good. And yeah, really, really cool when I was diving into Dreamscape and just seeing the parallels between that and Nightmare on Elm Street. Um, and the fact that um, they put the snake that's in Dreamscape, the artist for the Nightmare on Elm Street poster, put that snake on the Nightmare on Elm Street poster. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Um, so yeah, Dreamscape was fun. Dennis Quaid's in the movie. The same actress, I can't think of her name off the top of my head, that played Willie in Temple of Doom was in it. I thought both of them were great. I thought they had great chemistry. Just a really cool concept and idea. He's got freaking Max von Sydow in the movie, or Sydow, or however which way you want to pronounce it. Christopher Plummer's in this movie. Like the cast is insane for Dreamscape. Um, I had a lot of fun with it. Again, really cool premise with the idea of him going into people's dreams to kind of change the course of them, and cure them of certain things and psychological conditions. And one thing I'll say about it though is I kind of felt like it would have worked better as like a TV series or something. Like I could see a really cool TV series with like every episode he dives into a different person's consciousness. And I would want to like a whole episode on that boy that had those nightmares, with the snake creature in it. I thought that was a really cool aspect that they didn't really dive into. Every time they would get to somebody, I was like, I want to go deeper into this, and they would cut to something else. And the overarching story is this kind of political, kind of like a political type story, and I didn't find that as interesting as I did some of the other smaller stories. So but Dreamscape's really fun. I enjoyed it. Again, I just reviewed that one, full review for it. So I like that one a lot. I'm going to talk about Body Double. This is a Brian De Palma film. I saved this one for last. I really love this movie. This is in the greats for me. I can't get it to all time, but it's like, I don't know. I really love it. I was really taken with the movie. I love Body Double. If you all haven't seen it, it's not it is a really sleazy movie, but it's not sleazy in the way that I thought it would be before I watched it. There are a lot of elements of Hitchcock in the movie, so that's really cool. And it's just a really cool thriller that, like, the mystery kept me engaged the entire time. And I actually thought it paid off in a pretty satisfying way, but it also pays off in a way that you're not entirely sure if that's actually what it was. So it kind of leaves you hanging a little bit, but also it solves just enough of the mystery to keep you satisfied. And I loved it. And the lead in the movie, the guy, the only other thing I know him from is Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors. He was great. I need to check out more of the stuff he was in because I loved him in this movie. Barbara Crampton's in this movie in like one scene in the beginning. Um, and yeah, you got Melody Griffiths in this film. She's really good in the movie, but she doesn't come in. Like I thought she would be in it for a lot more, but she doesn't come in until like the last half hour of the film. But the scene I want to talk about in this movie that's so good and just had me so entranced the entire time is the scene where he's following the girl around the shopping mall, and the weird intruder guy that he keeps seeing at the same time is following him, following her, but also following her, and he's almost like trying to protect her from him. This scene is so well done and it's so well shot and it's so interesting because you're on edge the entire time. You just don't know what's going to happen next, and it's so bizarre, and it's wild. The movie's wild. I loved it. Um, that's probably one of my favorite watches this month was Body Double. So I'm glad I watched it because I was kind of on the fence about watching it, and I think I watched it on Tubi because I don't have the physical release. I know it has an indicator release, but I haven't really gotten into indicator a lot, so I didn't order from them. Let me know if it's worth it, but hopefully they do a different kind of release for it or somebody else picks it up because it's definitely worthy of like a 4K. Like visually, it looks great too. But um, yeah, that was like the biggest surprise for me. Probably the whole month was Body Double. I absolutely loved it. I almost want to put it in all time, but again, I don't know if it has that staying power. I don't know. It's great though. I loved it. I'll keep it at great. I'll keep it at great. Um, let's see what you guys are saying, and then we'll rank it. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think of my of the tiers so far? 38 movies. That was no easy feat. But we're gonna go through and we're gonna rank them here in a second. Um, but yeah, again, let me know what some of your favorite movies of this list. Which movie should I check out? Because again, I missed some ones that slipped through the cracks. I wanted to watch. What's up, BN Chili? I had to get my taxes done. Third appointment, finally got it done. The first two got rescheduled. Well, I'm glad you got them done, man. Glad you got them done. Lance Guest. Yes, Lance Guest is his name. Willem Dafoe was great. And To Live and Die in LA. I need to watch it. I have it on Blu-ray. Random. You mean Ransom? Ransom's great. I need to get that. Is that on Blu-ray? Nerds has to be in the great. I like Nerds a lot. I don't know if I can get it to great, but it was fun. Savage Street, starring Linda Blair's boobies. You gotta love it. Yes, Eddie. You have to. I love Splash, such a heartwarmer. It really is. It really is. Sometimes you just need those type of movies, and they hit just right. And I really enjoyed my experience with Splash. I really did. The only thing that saved Doom from being horrific is the great cast. The Mighty Ducks guy, Emilio Estevez. Why did everybody bring that up? I cannot hear the name Emilio Estevez without thinking about A Night at the Roxbury. Emilio! Yes. You were the one that yelled the Breakfast Clubber's name. Damn, I'm all the way back here. Interesting brackets. Well, thank you, Eddie. Movie fact: Warner Brothers originally want John Travolta to play the part instead of Prince. Really? I don't think that works. Savage Streets is Linda Blair's best performance. She's great in the movie. Repo Man's okay. I don't feel like I explained it properly. My thoughts. I need to watch it again. I just remember it being. It's like supernatural and sci-fi. I liked Emilio Estevez in it, and you got Harry Dean Stanton as well. But I remember being bored through some of it. I need to watch it. Like the ending, I thought was cool. They fly away in the car. Rock and roll opera is a fitting term for Streets of Fire. Yes, yeah. I think they called it a rock and roll fable. I was excited to see Grandview USA. A bit of a letdown though. Not much to the story. Yeah, I kind of felt the same way. It was okay. It was okay. Night of the Comet's great, says Scaps. I can see that. I can see that. Splash is Ron Howard's best film. I'd have to think about that. I do love Apollo 13. I have to think about that. Splash is great, though. It's definitely up there. Mr. Mango on My Shoulder. Yeah, Ransom's great, too. Cocoon. I do have a Eureka release for Cocoon. I've not watched it, though. They deserve to be sexually assaulted. Were they really sexually assaulted? Were they really? I don't know. There's a lot of different angles you can come at that. I don't know. There's a lot there. Dreamscape is underrated for sure. Yes. I did enjoy Solo, a Star Wars story. I wasn't the biggest fan. You are talking Quantum Leap. I watched Quantum Leap. They didn't go in people's dreams in Quantum Leap though. Just got here. Where is Ghostbusters? Ghostbusters is all time, man. Haven't ranked it yet, but we're gonna rank them here in a second. Is Body Double available on Blu-ray? I've never seen the movie. It's got an imprint, or not imprint, but indicator release, and I think it's like $20. $22 maybe, but you can watch it on Tubi if you want to try it out. The quality isn't the best on Tubi, but Tubi has a lot of cool shit. You just want to try some stuff out. They have a lot of the Arrow titles. It's where I watched Chud. I watched Splash on there too, so I could watch the unedited version. But yeah, I liked Body Double's great. Oh god, it's good. I loved it. Top Secret is great. Great Tier is good. Love that movie. Yeah, Top Secret's phenomenal. You redeemed yourself putting Children of the Corn on bottom tier. With what, Joe? What did I redeem myself with? Putting Streets of Fire in good. Well, no, yeah, I wasn't gonna put it in bad or nothing. I enjoyed it. Adulting is a bummer, man. Don't you just hate it when it's like, I just want to watch some movies. I gotta do adult things. Come on, man. Where is Police Academy? I didn't watch it, Will. It didn't really have a good Blu-ray release. It wasn't on streaming. So I just haven't got a chance to watch it, but I will. Hey, everybody, don't forget to like this video. Yeah, like the video, guys. I appreciate it. I haven't really paid attention to the likes all that much. Let me do that real quick. I appreciate everybody hanging in here. 85 people. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I know it's, I like doing these kind of streams. It's talking about movies, hanging out with you guys. 78 likes. That's awesome. Thank you guys. That's like close to how many people we have in here. So that's good, right? But yeah, if y'all are in here and you haven't liked it yet, check it out or like it. Blowout is all time great. Is Blowout this year? The all-time great and great look good to me. Thank you, Justin. Not that bad. I never wanted to be. It was forced on me. Yeah, it kind of does. Then I put Beverly Hills Cop in great tier. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. I just thought it was okay. Same. Bruce Willis is quitting acting. Yes, he is. He got his money from all them straight to VOD titles though. So good for him. I picked up Body Double for $1 on DVD recently. Sure, it was a lot of eye candy. Not to mention it was pretty good. I loved it, man. Loved it. Hard to Hold with Rick Springfield. Great music video. Tier. Have a Kino Blu-ray release. Yeah, I need to check that one out. Yeah, we're not getting that Apex sequel. The Online Strippers are here. Willow and A Beautiful Mind. I'd go with Apollo 13. Apollo 13. I need to watch that one again. I need that 4K to be honest. I'm excited for it, man. I have not watched it yet. Kim must be reading the chat backwards. Yeah, I was. I do that sometimes when I'm like scrolling back through. I'm just kind of doing whatever tonight, guys. You bear with me. Dan Hedaya played the father in Night at the Roxbury. Yeah, that's his name. Thank you. For a good laugh, watch Chris Rock playing a woman dating Will Smith on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Does he? I feel like I do remember that. Oh god, I haven't seen that meme yet though. I would have thought they've already got to that one. Still need to see Dreamscape. Other than 1984 movies. So I almost had a yawn. Against All Odds, Police Academy, Buckaroo. I wanted to watch all those, Caveman. I need to check them out. Yeah, 1984 is just a very fascinating year. So many great movies. Sad to hear about Bruce Willis' diagnosis. We all get older. Yeah, man, it is. But, he was in an opportunity in a position to make money to help him, overcome it. So good for him. Got to check out Buckaroo Banzai. I did want to watch it. It's on Tubi, I think. Yeah, retirement. Yeah, that is exactly why. It's coming up to 4 a.m. British time. All right, so I don't want to keep you all too much longer. So let's go through here and rank these damn things. So obviously, Children of the Corn is going to be my number 38. That's obvious. Because it was the only one that I put not good at all. And yeah, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't know. I've got it on 4K. I'm going to keep the 4K. Pretty good transfer. I reviewed it last year, but I don't like it. Footloose, 37. 37. When I watched it this morning, I was like, was that just the worst 1984 movie that I watched? Because I feel like it might have been. But yeah, Footloose comes in at 37. And Purple Rain comes in at 36. I'm sorry, Prince. You came in at 36. You need to do a better job acting next time. I'm sorry. Or I mean, not next time. I know Prince is gone. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be insensitive again. I'm a horrible person. So 36 is Purple Rain. 35, I feel like, will be Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's not the best movie. I have fun with it, but it's not the best. And then we'll go with, I'll move the Hit back to 34. I'll move the Natural to 33. Grandview USA, I feel like, is in the right spot at 32. 31 is Chewed. 30 is Paris, Texas. Cloak and Dagger. I'll move that below Paris, Texas. Let's see. 16 Candles. I'll put it back here. It's behind Paris, Texas. Dune should probably be back here further. I'll be honest. All right, so Dune, I'll put Dune back here at the back, right in front of Silent Night, Deadly Night. Repo Man should be. Repo Man should. I think this is good. I think that's good. So, Children of the Corn's 38, 37's Footloose, 36 Purple Rain, 35 Silent Night, Deadly Night. Dune is 34. The Hit is 33. The Natural is 32. Grandview USA 31. Chud 30. Cloak and Dagger 29. 16 Candles 28. Paris, Texas 27. Repo Man 26. Red Dawn is 25. Beverly Hills Cop is 24. All right. I have that right? Yeah. 24. Do I have that right? 38, 24. All right. Children of the Corn, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. Okay. I guess I got it right. All right. So we're moving into the good. And let's see. Of all these, what's going last? These are all good movies, so this is hard. This is hard. Probably Starman. If I'm just thinking about it from pure rewatchability, like which one do I want to rewatch tomorrow? I don't know if I'd rewatch Starman right away. And I'll probably go Romancing the Stone after that. And then Streets of Fire. And then The Last Starfighter. Dreamscape. I'll put Night of the Comet back here. Revenge of the Nerds. Savage Streets. Okay, I like this. This is good. Okay, now let's go to the next list. I'll go back and talk about where they all rank here in a second. Body Double is going to the front of this because I had so much trouble deciding if that was going to be all time or not. Gremlins behind that. I feel comfortable with that. Friday the 13th, Final Chapter. I'm comfortable where that is. I think I'll move Indiana Jones ahead. I honestly, Blood Simple, I got to move up. I got to move Blood Simple up right behind. Actually, I'm going to move Blood Simple right behind Body Double. Blood Simple is going up behind Body Double, then Gremlins, then Indiana Jones. Damn it, Splash. I forgot about Splash. Oh, God. Splash, I'll move it ahead of Gremlins. I'm sorry. I think I like Splash better than Gremlins. I don't know. Gremlins is all. Man, this is hard. This is so hard. Um, that's what she said. Sorry. Let's see. Gremlins. All right. I'm letting nostalgia take over just for a second. I'll put Gremlins in front of Splash. I'll put Gremlins in front of Splash. But nothing else is going in front of Splash. Ooh. I'm gonna have to put. Damn it. These are two really funny comedies, but I've watched Final Chapter a lot more. All right. All right. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. I'm done. I'm done. Um, okay. Let's go back through real quick. Damn, that was hard. Fuck. Children of the Corn's 38. Footloose is 37. Purple Rain is 36. Silent Night, Deadly Night is 35. Dune's 34. The Hit is 33. The Natural is 32. Grandview USA is 31. Chud is 30. Cloak and Dagger is 29. 16 Candles 28. Paris, Texas 27. Repo Man 26. Red Dawn 25. Beverly Hills Cop 24. Starman 23. Remains in the Stone is 22. Streets of Fire 21. Last Starfighter is 20. Dreamscape is 19. Night of the Comet is 18. Revenge of the Nerds is 17. Savage Streets is 16. Firestarter is 15. The Neverending Story is 14. Top Secret is 13. This is Spinal Tap is 12. Final Chapter is 11. So it just missed the top 10. So now we're getting into my top 10 movies of 84. Indiana Jones is number 10. Temple of Doom. Splash, number 9. Gremlins, number 8. Blood Simple, number 7. And Body Double is number 6. Now getting into the top 5. Holy shit. So right away, I know that I had trouble putting this one in all time. So I know that Amadeus is going to be 5. It is a great movie, but it's not going to beat these top 4. These top 4 is nuts. Yeah, Amadeus is top 5. Rockin' Roger, man. What of it? Amadeus is a great movie. Have you seen it? Have you seen it, Roger? It's great. Damn it. Oh shit. Okay. Hold on. Let me go back through y'all's chat real quick. Let's see what you guys are saying before I do this. I'm trying to prolong this. I don't want to do it. Hercules in New York, Arnold movie. Have you seen it, Ken? I have not. I need to watch the Conan movie. I meant to watch it for 84 because I own it on Blu-ray, but I didn't get around to it. Check out The Burning Bed. I haven't never even heard of that. Friday 13-4 is a fun slasher, but it's not a great movie. I can see that, Nathan. It didn't make my top 10, but it made it in the grade. I think for what it is in that genre. I always rate movies and talk about them in context of what they are and what they aim to achieve. So I know it's not probably technically a better movie than Paris, Texas, but as far as like the genre that it is in and just my overall enjoyment level of the movie and how it competes in that genre, I think it's great. So I always put movies in context. Like you can't compare The Godfather to I'm trying to think of one of my favorite movies of all time, Beetlejuice. Objectively, The Godfather is a masterful film. It's better than Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, for what it is an all-time great movie. Purple Rain and Footloose. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. Something's got to go down there. This is a great year. A lot of great movies. Something's got to go down there. The Ghost of Prince challenges you to basketball. Hey, I've already explained myself, okay? My throat's dry from explaining myself for all these decisions the whole night. So go back and watch it if y'all haven't watched it yet. Bernie, I haven't seen that. Holy smokes, I just watched the Chris Rock Fresh Prince clip. Adds a whole new level to the drama. That's the thing about this whole thing is both of those actors, especially Will Smith, but both those actors have so much material to mine through to create such crazy, inventive, memes and just material. Like this could literally go on for years and never get old. Um, Woman in Red, Gene Wilder. Haven't seen it. Sheena. Yeah, there's a lot of other movies. City Heats. Yeah, damn. Clint Eastwood, Burt Reynolds. I did not know about that one. So far, so good. Women in Red, I like very much. I need to watch that one. It's crazy how there used to be so many good movies. How there used to be so many movies you forgot some. I didn't forget any. I mean, these are all the ones I've seen, so I know of the other ones. All great ranking for me. Number one, Terminator 2. Damn, that seems fair, man. Ken Dragon Gremlins Through the Mud. You think you know, man? I didn't look. Gremlins is freaking number 8 on my list out of 38. That's not bad. Love the high rating for Final Chapter. Yeah, I put Terminator, Ghostbusters. It's hard for me. I saw Amadeus with a live orchestra. Yeah, man, it's such a great movie. Go watch it. The song by Falco, Rock Me Amadeus, was good. But have you seen the movie? Yeah, I say it from time to time, Adrian. I'm sorry. I try not to cuss too much on the channel. Too many great 84 movies to rate in order. Oh my god, the first swear word I've heard from Ken. Really? I've said it. I've said it before. Terminator number 1 and Karate Kid at 2. All right, let's do it. I feel like I have my strategy. All right, I liked what Justin or who did the ranking. Oh my god. This is hard. Karate Kid is 4? Yeah. I love Karate Kid. I think it's 4 though. I think it's 4. It hasn't been with me the longest, but neither is Terminator. So I don't know if that's fair. Here's the thing, like Terminator's going in my top 2. I know that. It blew me away. So if it comes down between A Nightmare on Elm Street and The Karate Kid, god damn it, I have to go with Freddy. I'm sorry. I have to go with Freddy. Yeah, it's my horror loving heart can't not put Nightmare on Elm Street in top 3. I love Freddy. I love this movie. It's in my top 3 horror movies of all time. I love The Karate Kid too. This is very difficult. All right. I reserve the right to change it if I in a minute if I have second thoughts. But the Karate Kid's 4. Nightmare on Elm Street's 3. It's just so weird. Karate Kid is all time. Like in any other year, it would be number 1. Like it's probably 50 other years where that movie could be number 1, but in this year, it just can't. Ghostbusters and Terminator. You know, a part of me, Terminator blew me away. It really did. And it is such a great movie. Part of me really wants to put it at number 1. But I feel like that part of me is just trying to be different and cool, and put Terminator at number 1. And the fact is I just haven't seen it enough. And I need it to sit with me for a little bit longer before I can make that decision. Same thing with it being above Terminator 2. I need to watch it again. I need it to sit with me a little bit longer. So I have to be truthful here and I have to be true to myself. And Ghostbusters is just so fucking good that I'm sorry I cursed again. It's number 1. It has to be number 1. Terminator's number 2. But even with this, like I still struggle with Nightmare on Elm Street because I've been watching Nightmare on Elm Street since I was a kid. And again, I just recently grew a love for the Terminator, but I legitimately think that Terminator is a better movie than Nightmare on Elm Street. And Arnold is scarier than Freddy in A Nightmare on Elm Street. Maybe not like aesthetically, like Freddy's a monster, but he's more intimidating. So yeah, I think I'm done. That's the list. What do y'all think? Top 10, Indiana Jones. I did not think that Indiana Jones would make my top 10. I really didn't. But it did. So that's interesting. Number 10, Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. 9, Splash. Gremlins is 8. Blood Simple is 7. Body Double is 6. Amadeus is 5. Karate Kid is 4. Nightmare on Elm Street is 3. The Terminator is 2. And Ghostbusters is 1. Because, I mean, come on, it's Ghostbusters. You can't go against Ghostbusters. I mean, geez, Louise. But yeah, let's, what do y'all think? And we're almost done. We're going to be wrapping it up. I'll minimize this a little bit. Woo! This was stressful. I'm going to be honest. This is, my blood's pumping here. It is. Let's see what you guys are saying. I put Terminator Ghostbusters number 1. It's hard for me. I saw Amadeus with a live action. I already read all this. Let's see. Have a killer night, Mel. Did Mel leave? I didn't see her leave. I didn't see where she says she's leaving. But good night, Mel, if you're leaving. I think Ghostbusters and KK would be number 1 and number 2 for me. Not sure about the rest. What's KK? Karate Kid. Yeah, box office 1984, Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones, Gremlins, Karate Kid, and Police Academy. That's the box office for the actual year. But if you look at like the total that they gross, because Beverly Hills Cop came out the end of December, so that carried into 1985 where it made most of its money. But if you're going off of like movies that were released in 84, like all time gross, Beverly Hills Cop was number 1 with 234 million, and then Ghostbusters was number 2 at 229 million. Temple of Doom was number 3, 179 million, and Gremlins was number 4 with 148 million, and The Karate Kid was number 5 with 90 million. So that's a case of a lot of the movies that were legitimately great were actually in the top 5 too. So that's cool. Huck says, "Hey, we have the same top 2." Was your top 2 Terminator and Ghostbusters? I think I remember that, Huck. Yeah, great minds think alike, man. Can't agree with my top 5 ranking. Woohoo, ranking that top 5 is not easy. All classics. Yeah, it wasn't. That was stressful. Terminator number 2, I'll be back. You can curse, it's spicy. Do I not? I guess I do a good job then, because I do actively try to not curse a lot on the channel. So I'm glad. I'm honestly glad that's the perception, that I don't cuss a lot. I'm glad. I'm happy for that, because I do try not to. Great list, says Don Ward. Thank you. Good night, Mel. We good. Ken secretly hates Gremlins. Thumbs up. Great list overall, Ken. Some are missing, but you haven't seen them, so it's fair. Yeah, these are all the movies I've seen from the year. Ghostbusters would be a number 1. Gonna have to rewatch Screwed Up, Night at the Work. Haha. Awesome, man. Thank you for being here. Haha, JK, kinda Ken. You my guy, no worries. Jokes on me, Rockin' Roger. Great list and ranking. Some movies I love are missing, but you haven't seen them, so it's fair. I like most of your choices, but I'm a bigger fan of Purple Rain, much higher for me. I remember that story that you went into on your video. That was super cool, talking about the Purple Rain drinks. Like, that would have been incredible. Like, if I actually lived during that time period and I remembered getting Purple Rain drinks while seeing Purple Rain, I would probably have more nostalgia for it and rank it higher. Still here. Awesome. Let's see. It's an amazing movie here. Very enjoyable. Want to end it with you singing in your glasses, singing your new single. What's my new single? Not a bad list. Very hard. Thanks to you. Yes. But yeah, guys, I appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and end here. I'll put on the Terminator glasses one last time, and I will. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Something strange. Yeah, I can't sing. I'm sorry. But yeah, guys, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I'll be back. Sweep the leg. Yeah, appreciate everybody watching this this ranking. I don't think I have anything else to say. This was super fun. Definitely want to do more stuff like this. Like the video if you guys haven't already. turn on the bell notifications, subscribe if you haven't also. And everybody have a great night, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.